Nice. You know I'm an East Side.
It's Madden NFL 24. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey.
With a winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were winners last time out, so they'll... Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Jones throw into the hands here of Hardman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's the veteran. That's Jeff Wilson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Jones. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Here's Smith to return it. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing, Thompson Robinson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Thompson Robinson will look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And from the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Now Jones off the play fake. And he's got it. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Tremon Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Here's Mecole Hardman, fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
The Jaguars had 5 and 6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 7.
Back to throw. Jones. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
Now a 2nd and 10.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him,
The coverage downfield, equally good.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Cincinnati coming back